I'm going to go with John Terry. JT captained the club from a young age right to the day for such a long period of time.
Roy Keane.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Tony Adams. I just think because I've been around Tony Adams and I've played against him. He was a genius, constantly talking, fantastic defender.
I'm going to say, there've been so many, haven't there? I love Tony Adams, but I'm going to say Roy Keane.
To captain a team that goes unbeaten, which it hasn't been done since, I'm going to say Patrick Vieira.
I need somebody that commands ultimate respect, and that is Tony Adams. You know, he was an old school leader, very vocal on the pitch. I think that's what it would need.
The greatest midfielder in Premier League history. Paul Scholes.
You know, Paul Scholes just played football differently. It's like he was out playing chess, but the problem is he was always 2 steps ahead of everybody else.
But I played with Steven Gerrard, and I think anyone who has played with him would probably say the same thing. Could win a game on his own.
That's not an easy one because I thought Vieira was sensational. You think about Scholes and Gerrard and Lampard, but Roy Keane.
Roy Keane, just because of the longevity.
I'm going to say Patrick Vieira.
I think Schmeichel redefined goalkeeping. Like, I would normally pick 3 strikers, but I think Schmeichel just changed the face of goalkeeping. Thierry Henry is possibly one of the best we've ever seen. And I think 260 Premier League goals for Alan Shearer. He has to be in there as well.
Peter Schmeichel, Alan Shearer, Thierry Henry.
Alan Shearer. The noughties, he's probably Henry. When he retires, De Bruyne, his name will stand on the shoulder with them players, no doubt.
Noughties, I'm going to say Thierry Henry. Sergio or David Silva.
Thierry Henry. Cristiano Ronaldo. I think those two are the most impactful.
The Premier League's greatest ever goal scorer, Alan Shearer. Thierry Henry was the standout of his generation. So I'd say Thierry Henry, and then I'd have to go with one of the greatest ever goal scorers in Premier League history for the next decade, and Wayne Rooney. He was so skillful, he could have been Brazilian.
The one opponent I feared, Martin KEOWN, because he used to pinch me.
The one player that I found not hard to play against, but you had to respect because he could do everything with Steven Gerrard.
LESCOTT. He just literally just walked past, so I'll give it. He was tough. He was tough.
ANELKA. ANELKA was a real problem, so I would say NICOLAS ANELKA.
I didn't fear any opponent.
Thierry Henry, he was breathtaking.
But I think the one guy that kind of scared a lot of people, even that played with him at times, is Roy Keane. You know, he just played the game differently. You know, he had such a personality. You would have had one eye on him at all times and showed the utmost respect for him.
And there's a couple, but I think Duncan Ferguson is the one that really springs to mind.
Toughest player in Premier League history would have to be Duncan Ferguson.
Remember with those 2 guys who burgled him and he beat them both up, so I'd say Duncan Ferguson.
Steven Gerrard.
Toughness, you have to go back to the 90s. I think they're built differently than them types of players. So I'm going to probably go with Stuart Pearce.